All right, giving all glory and praise unto Lord Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, and Barakatah Yahawashi. I want to give all glory and praise unto those holy and powerful names of Yahawah, being the Father, and Yahawashi, being his only begotten Son, giving double honors to the apostle, great minister, who to rule well, to teach well, coming in the way of the Ba'ashem, Kakodas, his brother Malachi, coming at you again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahawashi, coming at you again with another lesson. And I just want to, just real quick, just hit a couple precepts, let this video play, hit a couple precepts, and ultimately that'll be it, but the title of this video reads, "Hey Esau, what do you have to say about this?" Remember, the silence is complicitness. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I'm gonna let this play, but the video goes into, Esau ultimately being a fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna play it in a minute, but ultimately Esau is a piece of fucking shit. He's a vagabond, Edomite piece of shit, and the Lord Yahawashi has hatred for this man. Okay, we're finna get to some scriptures. We're not gonna, we're gonna let the spirit do what it do. But I do want to go into before I get the video, just go into the fact that the Lord Yahawashi has enmity and has hatred for these people, bro. Okay. And that this needs to be said. And the men of the Lord are out here to divide the word correctly and directly so that the elect can be edified, man. All right, but we need to go into who Esau is and how the Lord Yahawashi feels about this man. Okay, that these are base men. These are vagabonds, man. These are Edomites. Okay, so let me get this in the book of Malachi here, just real quick. And then we'll get we'll jump to it. This is verse start at 2 points and 3. It says, "I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet wherein have you loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, thus saith the Lord, yet I have loved Jacob." And the Lord Yahawashi does love Jacob. That's why he sent down Yahawashi. That's why he sent down Yahawashi to be that sacrifice for the whole nation of Israel, to return unto the Lord Yahawashi, so they could be entered into the second covenant. But the ones that's going to be part of that first resurrection is the elect, okay, and the elect in an innumerable multitude. Okay, they're going to be a part of that first resurrection. They're going to be the first ones to taste of the goodness of Yahawashi, while the 2/3 of the wicked Israelites that refused on this side, they're going to have to come back through the elect in reincarnation. Okay, in their right minds, because right now they bugged the fuck out. Now, this is Malachi, the 1st chapter, going to the 3rd verse. It says, I have hated Esau. Okay, the Lord Yahawashi has created this man and set him up and made his ways perverse. Okay, it says, I have hated Esau, the Edomites, not just the man, all these motherfuckers. It says, I have hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage to waste. Okay, it says, for waste for the dragons of the wilderness. It says in verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished and we will return and build up the desolate places. And this is what they did during the time of the Renaissance, the rebirth of the Edomite Roman mindset, pure wickedness. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. The people, the nation against whom the Lord Yahawah have indignation forever. So the Lord Yahawashi ultimately is going to fuck you up. Okay. This might be, give me a moment. It's a lot.
Power off.
Con. All right, well, let me get a precept here. I just kind of want to get just one precept going into how the Lord made our ways diverse. And that's why Esau's doing all that fuck shit, because it's in him. He's born to do it. He's set up to do it. I think that's on second Esdras. But we can look for their ways. And you got to know this stuff, man. You got to know this about your enemies, man. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let's get this. I guess it's Ecclesiasticus. What's that? Ecclesiasticus what? Hold on, Slovakia. All right. All right, because here I'm gonna start at 8 because it's going into by the knowledge of the Lord they were distinguished, and He altered seasons for feasts because the Lord created days that are, you got high holy days and Sabbaths and just certain days that the Lord Yahawashi set aside for the nation of Israel, to do certain things on, to reverence Yahawashi ultimately. The Lord set aside days for us. In that and feast, and you got the feast of first fruits, I believe, and feast of tabernacles, I believe. All those high holy feast days. But anyway, verse 9, some of them have He made high and hollowed them and some of them He made ordinary days. So you got ordinary days, but then there's other days like the Sabbath is not an ordinary day. Okay, just real quick. But anyway, verse 10 says, and all men, the point here, all men were created from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth, Adama. In verse 11, in much knowledge hath the Lord divided them and made their ways diverse, man. So we all come from Adam, via Noah and his seed. All right. But the Lord Yahawashi has set up the Israelites, being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, for glory. And He set up the antagonists of the storyline, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, woman, and child. They go back to the lineage of Esau. He's made them that he's set them up to fail. He set them up to be wicked. He set them up to be strange children. It says some of them have He blessed. In the ones that are blessed are the Israelites. It says, and exalted, and some of them have He sanctified, the Israelites. It says, and set near Himself, the Israelites. It says, but some of them have He cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. All right. It says in verse 13, as the potter's clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it to his pleasure, so man is in the hand of Him that made him, which is the Most High Yahawashi, to render to him to them as like of Him best. So Lord Yahawashi ultimately do what He wants to do. Okay, and He set up the children of Israel for glory, and He set up the children of Esau or Edom for death and destruction and all type of evil. But it says here in verse 14, it says good is set against evil. Israel, okay, the elect is, you could say, can represent the good. All right, but the Lord Yahawashi has set good against evil. Okay, it says life against death, and so the godly is against the sinner, and the sinner is against the godly. So so Esau, I'm the godly, okay, and you're the sinner. So we are ops. We hate each other. You's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And my Lord Yahawashi is gonna come and destroy you, man. All right, because you've been set up, and you was created by Him, just like He created me. But see, He didn't create you for glory. You understand? All right, so let's get into this video.
15 all the way through 20.
He created you. It's like, I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna give one more percent. He created you to be a bloody man, a bloody low base piece of shit. That's what He created. That's what He created the Edomite to do. All right, and that's what the legacy of the Edomites is gonna be left. Y'all are just fucking slaves. The base slave, a piece of shit, really. Let me get this. The Lord Yahawashi is gonna deliver us, man. Let me get this preacher. I think that's what Psalm 6. This is Psalms 149. And I'm going to read to verse 20. It says, surely Thou will slay the wicked, O Most High Yahawah. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. Okay? Esau's a bloody man. He's a murderer, man. That's because Esau was been blessed with the sword. So it's nothing for Esau to kill you. It's nothing for Esau to lay your ass down and think nothing of it. All right? And this is why we must be delivered, man. And Esau does all type of weirdo crimes and stuff, and a lot of stuff that doesn't get reported like that, or it gets disproportionately reported, and the real doesn't come out. But the Lord Yahawashi already gave us the scoop. He already gave us the scoop on Esau, man. He's a piece of shit. Okay. It says for verse 20, for they speak against thee wickedly. Okay, and this is what the 2/3 are doing right now, and this is what Esau is doing right now. He's speaking against the nation of Israel, speaking against the Lord's chosen, his elect, wickedly. Okay, trying to accuse us, man. You know, trying to give us a charagma. You know, that's their plan. But the hopeful elect are not ignorant, like it says in Second Corinthians 2:11. We're not ignorant unto Satan's devices. All right, but we know they're gonna come down with that shit, man. Eventually, here in due time. All right, it says, for they speak wickedly against. So like it says, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. All right, and this is the 2/3 doing this, and this is Esau doing this, because you got the 2/3 teaching that the names don't matter. Oh, that the name is Jesus, that the name is Christ. They're not giving you a leg to stand on, because the name is very important when you go into the book of Acts, the 14th chapter. The name is the only name that, you know, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to butcher it, so I'll go get it after this precept. You know, but it says they take thy name in vain. They, you know, they don't even give the Lord Yahawashi name the credit it deserves. But the true name and the true reverence of that name is going to be in the spirits and in the mouths and in the souls of the hopeful elect. They're not gonna disrespect that name like others would. You know, 2/3 wicked niggas would. So let's let this play.
2025, and it turns out that 78% of those prosecutions were of white men, almost 8 out of 10, while only 6% were of black men. You know, that group that y'all racists say is the most dangerous and awful group out there? So what the hell is it about white men that explains this? I mean, after all, for other crimes, everybody's got a theory to explain it, right? For typical street-level violent or property crimes, both the left and the right have theories. We on the left say socioeconomic.
I'm going to tell you my theory. The theory is that Esau has been set up to do wickedness on the earth. Now, does that give him a pass to just go and, oh, since the Lord said I can, you know, I'm supposed to do wickedness and go do wickedness. Hey, listen, Esau, you do whatever you want to do, buddy. You know, you want to go rape a little girl, you want to go, you're going to do it anyway, so fuck it. But you do whatever you want to do in your kingdom. But guess what? The Lord Yahawashi is not mocked. And whatever you do, you're going to get a recompense for it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Esau has been set up to be a piece of shit. You stay away from this man. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, but don't be buddy with these. Esau is the enemy. When you go into Psalms 83, he's the chief enemy of everyone. Before it names anyone else, it names Esau. Why? Because he's the chief enemy. Okay? Amalek, Esau, Edom, all of them. All of them Edomites, man. All of them gonna get destroyed. Okay? Thus says the Lord. Thus saith Yahawashi. Okay?
Factors can explain them. The right says it's culture, maybe even biology, but my point is everybody has a theory. And yet when it's white dudes that predominate disproportionately in some category of misdeeds like child essay material or child sexual exploitation, also about 71% of those are white folks according to a DOJ report released in January of this year, or spree killing or mass school shooting, suddenly nobody has an analysis.
I'm going to speak as a man. I'm going to say this. I speak as a man. This isn't biblical. I think the reason why Esau rapes kids so much, other than the fact that the Lord set him up to be wicked, to do these, you know, strange things, is that I feel like Esau is he has an inferiority complex. Like, he likes to say he's inferior or superior. He is superior to shit. But the point is, I think the reason why he deals with children so much, you know, preferably little boys, little girls, all that, and raping them and just taking advantage of them, doing crazy shit. I just think because Esau is so weak and he's such a bitch, and I believe most Edomites suffer from low self-esteem, or mostly all of them. I just think being an Edomite is just the worst thing that you can ever be in the world. Like, you're cooked. But considering that they're just weak from the inside, their inward man is weak. Okay, they're pieces of shit, but their inward man is corrupt and wicked. The scriptures speak how they be estranged from the womb. You know, let's get that. Like, these people are bugged out. Okay, is it really any wonder they're doing this shit? Let's get that. I want to get that word estranged. Let me get that. Hold on. Psalms 58:3. I want to see what that word estranged is. Okay, that word is zuar. Let me see. Estranged, loathsome, strange, prostitute, too strange, alienated. Okay. It says here to turn aside. Yeah, Esau is turned aside. Okay, it says strange, profane. Yeah, bro. Okay. When you get to the Strong's definition of it here, Esau is just wicked, bro. Okay, in so many words. He's profane. Okay. They be estranged from the womb. They're profane from the womb. Okay, they're bugged out from the womb. The Lord set them up to be bugged the fuck out. Okay, it is what it is. Now, like I said before, you do got bugged out Jakes, but we know what's gonna happen to them. We're talking about Esau right now. Okay. Getting a pre-sub. I'm trying to think of enough. Well, let me just play the rest of this video.
At all. Apparently, we just treat that shit like some inexplicable individual pathology, or we write it off to mental illness or video games or some shit. We never blame it on white culture. We never blame it on whiteness. We never blame it on white DNA. We never ask what's wrong with the white family. We do that about the black family all the time. We say, where are the black dads? We never ask where the white dads are. What's wrong with white fathers? Well, apparently some of the white dads and some of the white uncles are online looking at the child essay material. That's the problem. If we were actually a country...
Oh, okay. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I think the reason... Back to my point. I speak as a man on this. I think the reason why Esau likes to have sex with kids so much is the fact that, like I say, their inward man is weak. They have low self-esteem. They just don't got it. So Esau needs to have control over something that's weak, that he can have dominance over easily. That's not going to fight him back. That he can easily put his his juice on, his serpent juice on. And children are just easy, bro. It's just like they can't really resist you. They're really, they're children. They're kids. You know what I'm saying? What is this 5-year-old gonna do? What is a 6-year-old girl gonna really do? So Esau, he just takes advantage of weak weak things. And babies and little girls and little boys are weak, and so it's easy for them to be sexually assaulted by Esau. He just gets off on it. I think he just gets off on that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because why is disproportionately these men doing this shit? But the Lord set them up to do these wicked deeds, and it's in their spirit to do these things, man. But I just think Esau just he's just, like I say, he got low self-esteem, and he can't really get the woman he want like that. So he just, man, fuck it, I'm raping kids. I'm gonna go for something that I know I can get. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it. And that's his spirit, man. Esau has always been a weak individual. From the spirit. In the spirit, Salakia. Let me get this. I'm remembering some history, because when the Israelites came out of Egypt, I think Esau and the Edomites helped attack the weak from behind. Let me see that shit. The Edomites attacked the Israelites from behind. Weak. Okay, here's the AI overview. It says the historical biblical accounts describe the cowardly, opportunistic tactics used against the Israelites, or more frequently point to the Amalek rather than the Edomites. I love how they try to separate. On this AI overview, they try to separate Amalek from Esau, like they're two different things when they're the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. But it says as one's ruthlessly attacked the weak from behind. So when we were coming out of Egypt, I do believe that after the deliverance of Moses, coming out and things of that nature, that the damn Edomites, we had the children and the old people and people in the back, had the warriors in the front. Esau came from behind and attacked the weak because he knew that he could kill some of them off and it wasn't gonna be a big deal. It was just like, okay. So let's read this. The Amalekites, according to Deuteronomy 25:17-18, when the Israelites retired, weary, struggling in the rear of their formation after escaping Egypt, like I just said, the Amalekites attacked the weakest and the most defenseless members. This is in their spirits. And the Amalekites are Edomites. They're all Edomites. Okay, this is in this Edomite spirit to attack and to smell blood and to go for something that's weak, that they know they can, that is nothing. So in the same way that they attacked us, from behind, and they attack the weak, that's the same way that Esau today goes after these children. They attack the weak. They're not attacking, they're not raping, grown men and they're raping little kids. They're raping kids that can't really defend themselves like that. Anyway, let's go back to the video.
That cared about actual predators, particularly the ones who threaten children. If we were actually worried about danger, we'd be asking this question about why white people and white men in particular are so predominant in this category of dangerous criminal offending. But we're not that country. We just want to racialize danger and crime. We don't actually want to protect people from harm.
And I had said for years, I was like, you want to know all the predators that are in these files? Go to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. They bring in 3,000 trafficking victims a year, and it's a giant party. And this is why, Prince Andrew was there and all of these people. And I was like this, if you want to see what's going on, these are the parties. These are the secondary things. And
you saw all this in the files, or you were also
these are all part of the file.
See, with that, I'm not sure if they're talking about the Epstein files, but we know what Esau's up to, man. Now it probably get real sadistic and real funky in those files, but the point is, we know that he's just doing the works of the Canaanites, but maybe even at a greater level, with all his child sacrifices and enchantments and things of that nature. But the scriptures say to tell Esau to trust in that, trust in your enchantments, trust in it. That's what the scriptures say. So you've been raping kids. To do something for you, makes them younger, makes them feel better. I don't know, basically Esau drinking blood. These are wicked men. And this is why we need to be delivered. Now this is Psalms 144 and 11, and I'm going to end this. It says, and rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children. The strange children, these wicked motherfucking Edomites and all these fucking heathens, man. We got enemies. Anyone outside of Israel and anyone that's not the elect and the remnant, you're strange children, man. You're ungodly. Okay? We're gonna abhor you, man. You're wicked, man. Okay? The Lord Yahawashi is gonna have to deal with you. It says, strange children whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood. All right, so with all that being said, Esau's a piece of shit. Okay, learn who your enemy is. All right, things of that nature. I just wanted to bring that out real quick. Nothing too crazy, but shalom to the next video.